Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive here with a weekly reading for the Libra Collective. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, MC, any placement. Let's see what we have for you coming in this week of August 25th to the 31st. Final week of August. What do we have? What can we expect? Give us some clues, please. What needs our attention? Transformation here. Closet, emerge, unique. So I'm getting, for a lot of you, this is a clearing energy. Organizing, clearing. It's Virgo season. I think Virgo season is good for that. Things around the home, getting organized, self-care. Those are all good for Virgo season. I think the energy supports that. This is also, it says time for reinvention. And we do have an eclipse season upon us, and I feel that is a very transformational time. And in fact, also it's the year of the snake, big transformation too. A year also that ends in 9. So, 2025 is 9. That's again transformation. So you'll notice I wore my snake ring today because of that. So, this is it's supporting changes in your identity, personal growth, evolving style, and self-expression. You have a unique style all of your own. Let's see what else we have. What else do we have for Libra? We'll pull animal cards, angel numbers, messages from our guides, crystal cards, messages regarding love, relationships, money, career, all the stuff. Let's see, what do we have for you? A variety of tarot and oracle cards. And I do get channeled messages throughout. So, gathering. So this is being open to social events. You'll see there's a living room here. There's something about meeting or unity. And it says community, hospitality, gracious hosting, group dialogue, and shared experiences. So yeah, keep it open, because I was getting recently that you do have an invitation coming in, at least one. Okay, what else do we have for you? Health could be a focus for you too right now, more so than before. Let's see, what do we have for the Libra Collective, please? Messages for our greatest, highest good. Your next reading, Libra, will on Tuesday. It will be about September. So, persistence. This is focusing on your goals. Persistence promotes discipline and concentration, dedication to a craft, mindful practice. So this is, skills, your legacy. Maybe you have a connection to the violin or the music in general. I've been channeling the name Violet too, so I'm wondering if that could. It's very close to violin, but. Yeah, so transformation, gathering, and persistence. What else do we have for you? The decks I use are in the description box below. Sanctuary. Retreat for solitude. Hermit, right? Virgo energy. So unwinding, this is promoting alone time, encouraging self-care, enhancing your individuality. So relaxing, taking a break, and you'll see there's a nice little velvet chair there. I love the old school vibes here on these cards. Books, study, and source with knowledge. You could be learning something new. This is about drawing upon your own wisdom as well. As I said, Hermit, totally supportive right now with the September energy. Knowledge, your inner knowledge, your own wisdom could be coming through much stronger now that we have an eclipse season upon us too. So this is about your intellectual growth, seeking understanding, fostering mental expansion. All right, let's see. We'll get into some tarot cards. This is the Dark Mansion Tarot by Tarot Tech Studio. What do we have for Libras, please? Give us a little more insight, information into the week ahead. What do we have? Whoa, okay, so we have the High Priestess and the Four of Swords. So this is all, this is definitely going within, it feels like. So maybe during a time of retreat. I also get a sanctuary energy here. So there is this focus on sort of a little bit of a solitude energy, maybe going within. There could have been some sort of recent letdown, or I'm even hearing something about health again. So maybe you're just not getting enough rest. Or you're looking into other ways to relax, de-stress. But we do have a focus a little bit on recovery from something too. And the High Priestess as many of you probably know, this is connecting to spiritual wisdom, your own intuition. That's coming through very strongly in this reading right off the bat. Now, this could really bring about some sort of, I think for some of you, you're going to be getting like an aha moment or a series of light bulb moments, you know? So that's coming in, and that could be part of what this transformation is. And maybe you are really thinking about and contemplating how to reinvent yourself in some way, in some area of your life, and maybe you're learning new skills. But I do get a connection to, yeah, there's a connecting, there is an energy of connecting to maybe a group or something. Maybe you're joining a new group, or you have an invitation, like I said, but because you have that gathering card coming up next. But I do get that you're actually, with your main focus, you could be starting to shift that to be focusing more on matters that are closer to home. Could be the home in general. Maybe you feel you need to do some organizing, cleaning, clearing. Could also be focusing on the body, right? That's our ultimate home. It could also be learning something new, but there's definitely an energy about, like this card says, drawing upon deeper wisdom coming from within, by the way. So what else do we have for you? I'm hearing something right now about stationery. So that can be a few things. So I'm clairaudient as well as other clairs. That could be, you're writing something, writing something down, or it could be also like just, not like too much sitting, not getting enough movement. Some of you may have just said, I need to get a little more movement. So I am getting that too. What else do we have? I'm hearing something right now too, clairaudiently, about, I'm getting like motor mouth. It's kind of like someone's like running their mouth a bit too much. You could be feeling as though you're maybe feeling a little less expressive, but maybe, yes, you're expressing yourself in artistic ways, but I'm getting like someone around you being the one with the running, running their mouth. I don't really like that expression, but I tell you what I hear, and that's what it is. It's someone who's blabbing, really. They're, and so pay them no mind. Okay, it's not. It's gonna backfire for them. So the 7 of Wands. Yeah, this is a defensive energy. Set boundaries, right? Take a stand. Don't compromise. Okay. Perseverance here when it comes to any of your goals, really. And just, again, those boundaries, like a line has been drawn here. You may have ended something with someone recently too. Could be family, doesn't have to be, but it does feel like a close relationship of some kind could be coming to an end. I just clairaudiently heard full stop. So what else do we have? Picking up on Canada right now. So hello if you are tuning in from Canada. And with that, we have an Ace of Swords. So this is a breakthrough. This is, I think for some of you too, you're finding, it's finding a solution or a remedy for something. Maybe it has to do also with communication in some regard, like you break through, it's a communication breakthrough. What else do we have? Oh my goodness. For persistence, focusing on your goals, you have the Sun. And we're just exiting Leo season. But this Sun, and this is awareness. I love seeing this piggybacking on that Ace of Swords here, because this is, like I said, this is, the Sun can often shed light on something. And it's definitely a card of awareness, different feeling than the High Priestess. With the Sun, it can be just sort of more out there, out in the open, more. It's interesting. I'm getting these messages about expression and like how you're going about expressing yourself matters. And I am picking up on sort of this, it's a voyage of self-discovery and of the heart. So do what you will with that, but I am kind of hearing that in some way. I'm seeing it and hearing it. It's hard to explain how I get my messages, but yeah. But there is some sort of success coming in here. And I do feel that you're maybe more confident in where you stand on things, because we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Seven of Wands and the Sun, and altogether it does feel like you're after this period of retreat and maybe some soul searching and recovery for something. I do feel that you're more confident in your communications with those three cards together. It's important when reading tarot that we don't just focus on a single card. We have to also look at what's around it. It's the same with Lenormand. Some of you read those. But all right, Three of Cups. I mean, it's not the same, but it's similar in that way. I like to look at the whole story. So you have the Three of Cups, and this is celebration right on top of that Sun card. And I do feel some of you are going to see who your people are and who doesn't have your back and who does. It could be something to do with work. Again, it could also be something just about your it could be even at the gym or somewhere where you go to have like a healthier life. That's what I'm feeling. Something that you're a group, a place where you're going to, where you do work or improve yourself in some way. So like I said, that's why gym came into it. And there's the Nine of Wands. Yeah, there is some stress regarding a particular energy. You may feel, again, this is why you want to retreat for solitude. And I find it interesting because it's like sanctuary, retreat for solitude. Next is that drawing upon wisdom. And that makes me think of the hermit going within, right? Inner truth, inner guidance. But then you have the Nine of Wands, and the nine is hermit in tarot. So I feel like we're getting hermit energy strong. This seems to happen every time we're in a new zodiac sign. That card will then start coming out a lot. For Leo, we kept having the Strength card, Sun card, at the very beginning, especially of Leo season. So I do feel that we're just going to be seeing and feeling a lot more hermit energy. The Nine of Wands, yeah, that's like I said, it's something could really, it's another card I almost see almost all the time. Seven of Wands and Nine of Wands like to come out together. They almost always do. When we have one, we have the other usually. And they're both cards where you could be feeling, again, boundary setting. You have to be defensive. You're standing your ground, not backing down, and facing some sort of stress head on. Oh my goodness, talk about facing things head on. That's the Queen of Swords. And I love seeing this right after the Nine of Wands, because Nine of Wands can be mental stress, and the Queen of Swords is very mentally capable. She's very perceptive and very strong-willed, very, very determined. And this is a card of clarity and honesty, much like Ace of Swords and the Sun card, also another card of clarity, as is the High Priestess. So I do feel this is a good week for clarity. Something I've been getting for a while is, you have a new offer coming in, something that's like better than what that other thing is that maybe you didn't get, or if it's like a person and you broke up or something, because you have something better coming in. I don't say things just to say them. That's the energy I'm actually getting. And it keeps kind of repeating, which makes sense because reading to reading, since I do readings every other day, basically, may not change significantly over like a week-long period. So I am still getting that, not surprised to see that. The choice is definitely yours, which way you want to go. I feel, though, that some of you have bigger, like priorities. You have things you're doing that require your attention more so than others. And for some of you, I'm getting sleep issues. You have to address the sleep issues, right? That could be why you're not getting some clarity here for something. So good habits, better habits, maybe look over your routine. I'm not a health expert or anything, right? I'm only here to do a tarot reading, but it might be worth looking into matters of health and wellness. 10 of Pentacles. And as you draw upon your deeper wisdom and get that knowledge, this is leading to a beautiful 10 of Pentacles. Overall, it pays off. It does. All the hard work you're putting in now pays off. It's like that. I'm also getting this persistence paying. You have persistence at the center of your reading. Some of you are just so determined, like that Queen of Swords. I love the Queen of Swords in this deck especially. And there's the Tower card here. Now, this long-term success may come from needing to, well, there might be a little bit of change, definitely change. Okay. And it could feel chaotic. The tower isn't always directly you. It can be something around you. It could be the energy of the world or the country or whatever, your town, or it could be anything in that way. But there is that energy of like, it's like Plutonian energy. It's the destruction in order to rebuild. And first card out, you have transformation. And like I said, I wore my snake ring today, and I don't generally love snakes, but it is the year of the snake. And yeah, so I astrologically have a connection to snakes too. So I'm like, I'll give it a try. But anyway, yeah, I'm feeling big transformation even right before this reading. So it's like, but in order to jump into that new thing, we have to be willing and ready, and we have to exit something that is not. These people are like taking the chance at having a new life or a life in general by getting out of something they know is just destructive, or it's chaotic. It's just a disaster. It could be an energy where it's just not good. And I do want to. I apologize if you can hear the banging. They're doing some construction right outside my office here, so I can't really control that. So hopefully it's not too disruptive to you. I do have one of those noise canceling mics, but we shall see. It's like right outside my door now. It's like on the wall, so it's just getting louder. So, and it's funny because I was talking about building and leaving something that's not as good, or and in order to build a new foundation that's stronger, that will last you longer. And you have the 10 of Pentacles, and you also have a card right in the middle, the persistence card, focusing on your goals, and it literally says legacy. Now, if I had the 10 of Pentacles and I could only give it one word, it would be legacy. So what sort of legacy are you leading? And also for some of you, I feel that you're setting a good example for those generations, the younger generations in your family. Maybe you're not repeating something that has been repeated in your family. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. There is stability with this transformation. You may not necessarily see it as a big change right off the bat, but it can lead to, whatever this smaller step is, it can lead to much bigger transformation. And I think you're going to see that. You're going to recognize that early on. And then there's the Three of Wands, and that's a card of expansion, right? Getting out of that comfort zone. This is growth. This can be a card of travel. This is a card about like looking forward, looking ahead. Maybe you have a social event you're looking ahead to as well. Maybe you're just getting yourself out there a bit. This is definitely the getting out of your comfort zone kind of card. After a period of stress, though, it really feels as though, or just like unrest, Let's see what else we have for you. Oh, we have the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. My goodness. Okay, so they both fell out. First, the Chariot came out, and then the Wheel of Fortune fell on top of it. And I'm sorry if that was off camera, but I guess you'll have to trust me on that one. But anyway, we have, so two major arcana cards coming in. And so far, you have a few major arcana. You have the High Priestess, the Tower, the Sun card. Those are big. These are big energies we're working with. So big transformation. And that's what the Chariot is. It's like finding your direction and going for it, moving forward. These both, I love that they came out together. Often these are two cards that will come out together as well. Maybe you have strong Cancer in your chart too, but this is about you being in that driver's seat. There's no other better way for me to say that except being in the driver's seat of your life. And have faith too in things working out, shaping up. This is what's clarifying the Sun. So three major arcana cards right underneath that, focusing on your goals and in that discipline. Now, this is in discipline and concentration, mindfulness contributing to overall success. And you can see the balloons here in the card. That's, for some reason, that's getting my attention, and it really never has with this deck. So here are the balloons, and I feel as though it's, a celebration. Maybe you're honoring someone's birthday or something like that too. But like a rebirth of yourself, even, it feels kind of Judgment card energy, funny enough, with, so the Chariot card is getting that clarity, that new perspective. And maybe it is, like I said, yeah, confidence with communication is maybe on the rise this week, and you're finding some new things that work for you to soothe, to clear, to heal, to just feel better, and getting a new outlook on things maybe. And funny enough, this card in the middle, very middle, I didn't notice this before either. It has an eclipse on it. And we are entering eclipse season. We're actually kind of already in it because it does, the energy's with us before the actual eclipse. So I'll do eclipse readings throughout September. I'll do, we have 2 eclipses, so I'll be doing readings on each of those, and then also a September reading, but then there might be even another reading just about eclipses. So yeah, and if you're interested in your other signs, your other placements, my other channel, Mantic Mystic Messages, I have short readings there, okay, for each zodiac sign. Check the comment below and you can find that channel easily. But back to this is like, yeah, having a higher perspective, but it's definitely, the energy feels different. It's almost like something you've been trying to overcome or address, deal with, or bring in for years. It's just easier now. It's like, and I think some of it has to do with your perspective has shifted. Maybe you're not seeing something as so impossible or so overwhelming, right? Maybe you're realizing you're not actually stuck or trapped. Things might be feeling just a little brighter as things shift with that Wheel of Fortune. But with the 3 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, one thing I want to remind you, yes, you're in the driver's seat of your life, but like that you have to do things that feel good for you too. You're on your own timeline. These cards can have to do with timelines. 3 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, for me as a reader anyway. I'm an intuitive reader as well as traditional, but yeah, this is like, also, yeah, definitely travel, for sure. Travel, like maybe you're being encouraged to travel, but there's an energy here of expansion, of moving ahead, of growth in general. And for some of you, it's physically moving something, moving your body more, going for a nice car ride or a motorcycle ride or whatever it is, or even I just clairaudiently heard swimming. So maybe some of you are swimming. Some of you may even, you're learning to swim actually. So that's, or you're part of getting someone else swimming lessons. So there's that coming in, getting kind of a coaching energy too. But there's, with the 3 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, it's the idea is like you're the one deciding things. It's not, some people I think feel like they think the Wheel of Fortune is like, and suddenly, the universe comes in and boom, things change. But okay, but it's also, it has to do with, is a card of cycles, true, but it can also be, I feel a lot of it, especially when it's on top of that Chariot and with the 3 of Wands and Queen of Swords, like you're the one grabbing a hold of the wheel and you're the one deciding exactly how things are going to be. And maybe you haven't felt like you've had a whole lot of agency over where things are going, but you do now. Yeah. So hope that was clear. Oh, what was this one? Wants to come out. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. So like I was saying before, there's some growth here, but I feel because with this Chariot, it can be fast moving energy. And another card of fast moving energy for you was, well, the 3 of Wands can sometimes be that. The Tower, definitely fast at times. Yeah. So I would say, obviously it'll vary. It's a general reading. Only take what resonates with any of my readings. Check out the disclaimer, please. But this is seeing some sort of success. I think for some of you, again, maybe you've tried to even grow a garden for a long time, and then all of a sudden you're having this great harvest. There's something about your energy that has changed. So whatever you're doing, it's like, keep it up, because it seems to be working if you are making some sort of shift. Yeah, it does. It just feels, again, it's like, time to reinvent yourself, personal growth. Something's really evolving here. It feels like a very, like a transitional week, very transformative, but it feels like 6 of Swords to me. Like you're deciding, maybe you are finally closing the chapter on something, like the end and then the beginning of something else. You're moving into something that I think for a lot of you, you've been drawn to it for a while, or you've been trying to bring it in for a while, or it's something you've considered maybe even since childhood, or something you've considered a long time. And maybe you didn't have the confidence or you didn't have the clarity, but I think that is a big part of what's coming in. Oh my goodness. On top of the 10 of Pentacles in the Tower, you have the 10 of Cups. This is incredible. So you have 10, 10, 10 in your reading. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is 10, and 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. And look at how happy they are. This is joy. You have a few cards of joy here. One of them is certainly the Sun card, and 10 of Pentacles, but that's a kind of more like after working really hard, it's maybe been arduous at times, right? I'm guessing it is if you're a human alive. It hasn't been easy. But the 10 of Cups is stepping into an easier time period, it seems, after this Tower kind of energy, after a time when it felt very chaotic, things didn't maybe seem to be on a solid foundation. And it could really, it could be a lot of different things. There could even be something that's quite surprising, that maybe you thought you weren't going to get an opportunity and then you do, or even vice versa. So, but this is also, again, there's an energy here with 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles and even you had the 3 of Cups. Didn't you have the 3 of Cups too? Yes. It's a gathering. It's, you could be working on something together with a group. I don't normally get that, but yeah, I mean, with the social events and then the 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups, I just feel there is this energy of togetherness. Maybe you're, again, like joining some sort of new club or community, or you're considering that. But all right, what else do we have? It's possible that a conversation or just including others or allowing others to assist in some way, even if it's uncomfortable for you, it could actually really help solve a problem for you or just bring you some sort of satisfaction, fulfillment that you can't really get by yourself. Sometimes we need other people, 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. I'm getting a contemplative, or just like you're contemplating, thinking something over, heading in a new direction of some kind. And just, I get that you're definitely ready for some next steps. And I get a lot of you wondering if when you do this new thing, or if you were to have a new relationship or something, can you handle all that's going to come with it? And I think for some of you, it's only you can answer that question. You have to tap into your own intuition, into your heart, as well as your body and your mind. You can't separate any of it, right? And make sure it's a good overall fit. It really has to feel good and make sense for you, Libra. And oh my goodness, you have the 2 of Cups. So now we have 2, 2. And you actually have the High Priestess, which is 2. So we have 2, 2, 2 coming in. And here's the 2 of Cups, right? There it is. And the little worms in the apple, so cute. And the little doves. And so there could be this energy, yes, of union. It can be a contract in some way, or commitment even. I'm getting rose as well. And I'm actually getting the paying attention to patterns. Maybe sacred geometry is something right now that you're looking into or is encouraged. Maybe I'm the 3rd time it's come up for you, and now you're like, okay, that's it. I'm going to start looking into sacred geometry. Please know that you don't have to be perfect. In fact, it's kind of a turn off sometimes when people view you as perfect for a variety of reasons. It's the combination of your strengths and challenges, weaknesses, relative weaknesses, whatever you want to call it, it's all of that combined that makes you you and makes you unique. And so, as much as, yes, we want to be working on things we don't love about ourselves and we're improving, and the big energy here of growth, spiritual growth, and just growth in a physical way. Like I said, health matters, wellness, but also there are some things about you, like say it's something cosmetic, right? But that's what makes you you. Like, so I'm getting this energy of somebody trying to almost like get their hair perfect. Well, if it's totally perfect, it almost think about the message that sends. This is just an example, okay? Um, it could actually intimidate people. It could actually make it look like you care so much about your hair when really maybe you generally don't, but you tried really hard to look perfect. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is be yourself. We all have the things that we're working on, and those things, like maybe a few hairs out of place, is appreciated. More of a natural look. People like real, right? They like realness, and I think that your realness, which you could sometimes feel is your flaws, your realness though is of value. So like say you're in an interview or you're on a date, you don't have to be perfect, be yourself, right? And I think it allows other people to know that they can be themselves too. So maybe I'm picking up on perfectionism because it's Virgo season, and out of all the signs, from what I understand, Virgos can have some perfectionistic tendencies the most. But yeah, I mean, the other signs can, but I think Virgo is really known for that, right? So, but yeah, you don't have to. There, you may be feeling pressure, and I think for some of you, that pressure is actually coming from within, not from the outside. Not as much as we may think. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Swords. This person's like, I sacrificed so much and it still didn't go the way I thought. Now you have your fourth 10. So 10, 10, 10, 10. I don't think we've ever had 4 10s. I know we've had 3. I don't know if we've had 4, but the number 40 could mean something for you personally. And also 4-1. Now, there's something here about before you close that chapter, make sure you're well informed, because and you're ready for the next step in the other direction, because there's something here just a bit, again, about getting more information. And if you're unclear or you feel you haven't been heard, or you feel maybe you've been misunderstood in some way, I want to know a little more about that, because very transformative energy, that 10 of Swords. And, generally it's like focused on the new beginning and everything. But there's something here that maybe you do need to get a little more closure on, because the 10 of Swords can be pretty abrupt, right? And it can at times be painful. And it feels as though I'm getting this sort of persuasive energy. And I'm actually getting a name like Alfred. Maybe you're an Alfred Hitchcock fan. But yeah, there's this silence with this that's coming in with this card. There's some sort of painful silence. Yeah. Very interesting. It's not permanent. I mean, it's the closing a door on something might be, but I guess I should tell you the message too of, we don't always get closure with things. Well, we don't always get a final conversation. It's up to the individual to get the closure that they feel comfortable with, because unfortunately we can't make other people do things, right? So this could also, I'm getting a lot with this. That's why I'm getting kind of quiet. There's some shadow work here, definitely. I think I know that The eclipse season is going to be very helpful when it comes to looking at our shadow selves. I feel that eclipse seasons are known for that. There's something here about sort of a slow ending too. It's been painful. Even though the Ten of Swords generally can be quick, I'm almost getting this energy of like you're wanting to wrap something up quickly. But, make sure you know where that pressure to do that is coming from. If it's something you feel is best for you, this big, huge full moon here, if you feel it's best for you, then obviously do what you need to do. But there is always that blessing that comes with the Ten of Swords. And maybe the thing you're moving into is more suited for you. And even though it's hard to end something, and it could have to do with a relationship, love in general, I am feeling that even if you broke up 2 years or more ago with something, or ended something either in 2022 around there, or something else to do with 2 years or something, or second marriage or something, or your second career. I don't know, just getting this like 2 energy, which can also be union. But it's like it kind of, I don't know, have you cleared that energy completely? Because there is this message coming in about maybe hesitation to get close to someone again because of the hurt. It could have been with an earth sign or water. Doesn't have to be, but I am feeling that. I'm kind of seeing it because it's being paired with this Knight of Pentacles that I'm seeing. And yeah, so just something to think about. And you also have the King of Cups. So we go from a knight to a king. I feel you've matured. You have certainly matured in a situation. You've evolved, you've grown. And yeah, some of you've already done that work. And now you're ready for something bigger and better. He's holding up an Ace of Cups there, and he knows, unlike a Knight of Cups, they know what to do with the Ace of Cups. When love finds them, they appreciate it, right? And they're not afraid to express their feelings. And maybe you're coming from a place where you weren't valued. It wasn't give and take. It was all take. So you were all giving. And okay, so you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, like I said, this is finally getting some sort of recognition here. Look, and actually I like seeing this because it's sort of like, yeah, you might be scared, but look, some of you, this is interesting because only on this deck do they have a couple getting married for the Six of Wands, not the Four of Wands. Usually it's the Four of Wands, but they have the Six of Wands. There's a celebration that's public, even public reward, some sort of good news. Maybe it's good news that everyone hears about. Maybe you're not necessarily the center of it, but you could be. Maybe you and someone else. A commitment could be going into a new direction. You might hear of someone getting engaged, or you could be feeling very triumphant at this time, and as though finally your efforts are being rewarded in some way. And maybe it's all you've put into past situations, relationships. Yeah, but there's definitely another card of victory and success when I see that Six of Wands. Wow. All right, let's get some love messages, and then we'll get our money career messages. So love messages. As I'm shuffling, if you enjoy this reading and you've made it this far, consider liking, subscribing, becoming a member. Liking, subscribing, leaving a nice comment, that's all free. And it does help this channel. I'm really excited to get 10,000 subscribers. So, hey, there's another 10. So let's see. Photograph. Oh, it's interesting because I have that song in my head. There's a song in my head about, looking at a photograph. And this is about nostalgia, memories. So someone from your past is returning. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. No. This is hoping to restore what once was, giving you a chance to revisit old emotions. Oh, Libra. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Somebody may want to rebuild something with you, but better. Now, I don't know if you want to go back to your past. I don't I don't know. I mean, it makes sense with things going into retrograde here and you know, another eclipse season. And I just feel like, yeah, there could be this, hey, do you want to come work for us again? Or it could be hey, remember me? That person you thought was a soulmate that burned you, and now I'm gonna like try to come back. I don't know. It could be just something about that. But like, look, you have like there's sadness here and finality. Interesting. It's kind of, and there's the rose again. Now rose came up, so it could be even the name Rose. But I get you could be telling someone to eat crow. Oh man. All right. So anyway, so this is allowing yourself. I mean, I'm not trying to make light of. I use humor to sometimes. It's something that I do and maybe need to work on, but I feel it's helped me. The humor has helped me, but I sometimes will laugh at uncomfortable situations because I don't know what to do. So, yeah. So allow yourself to feel the sadness that so that it can dissipate naturally in time. Let go and allow time to heal you. This is heartbreak, loss, and regret. Someone else may be feeling that now enough time's passed, they think they can contact you. But for a lot of you, this is like over it, no second chances. This is why I'm laughing because it's like, oh, someone comes in, they're like, oh, I was looking at her photographs and, you know, or I just, you know, it popped up on my phone. You know how your phone will show you pictures from your whole, like all of your whole camera roll. It'll just randomly show pictures. And so maybe you have some pictures of you and this person, or they have of you and they haven't deleted it. And maybe they should. I don't know. But obviously, if you don't want to hear from someone, the choice is yours. You could block them, of course. But yeah, embrace the lesson of letting go of a story that no longer serves you. It's time to make space for the new. Some of you actually, you have this new relationship coming in, a new opportunity even. Maybe it's actually for some of you, it's your third of something. Third career, third marriage, third person you think is a soulmate. I don't know, but third. Maybe you're actually getting another pet. I don't know. And then we have jealous one. Oh, it's Medusa. And mind fog. So a lingering fear arises that someone may jeopardize what you hold dear, stirring inner turmoil and uncertainty. So there's a fear of loss, feeling very protective in some way. And then you have mind fog. Be mindful of a clouded perspective breeding confusion. It could be distorting perception and crafting an illusion of reality. So this is uncertainty, unsureness. Now, if this person, parties a little too much or something, and they decide, oh, I'm going to reach out to Libra. I mean, you know them well enough to know that, it might not even be a true offer if they're just like texting you after having a few, So that's what I'm actually getting with mind fog, is that someone else's mind could be foggy. I don't see that with you because you have the Queen of Swords and the Sun card and the High Priestess. I see that in the Ace of Swords, I see you're getting a lot of clarity. This clarity is shifting you into new horizons. It's like the breaking of a new day, a new day dawning. So one that is not coated in fear. Interesting. Clairaudiently, I heard one that's not coated in fear. Healing, ta-da. So this is healthy, mending, inner peace. So this is healing energy surrounding you internally, spiritually, and externally, knowing that your situation is being healed. Beautiful lotus there. There it is. I get a lot of you, you're not going to let something or someone come in and bulldoze your boundaries, or you're giving me a lot of B's. So maybe the name, Ben or something means something. But just, I'm getting, they're not like, they're just, they're not going to come in and undo all the work you've done, Libra. Oh, these don't feel ready. All right. Those of you who do tune into my other channel, Mantic Mystic Messages, I don't know what I'm doing with that. Do you have any suggestions? What is another channel that you would watch? Because I'm, the mantic missing messages is doing fine, I guess. But right, I mean, I'm grateful for it. And a lot of you have gone over there to see me on for your other signs. But what would you prefer if you could see me do something else? What would it be? Would it be, you know, um, teaching tarot, or sticking with all signs, or talking about other things of a spiritual nature, or Reiki, or animal messages, or symbolism? Just these are some things that I've already been thinking about. So, what would you be drawn to? I guess I'm just wanting to connect with you more. So, yeah. All right, and then we have in a good place. Things are progressing positively. While some things could have been better, you're in a good position. You're now ready to make the necessary changes to attain even better results in the future. And top of the deck here, financial clarity. I'm getting a connection to Ireland. So you've been, I'm getting a name, and it has, I can't get all of it. It could be something like Donald, could be, or Deidre. It has a D like Deborah and an A like Apple. All right. If your name's Deborah Apple, please leave a comment. Okay. Anyway, financial clarity. So you've gained clarity and control over your finances, developing the knowledge and strategies needed to achieve financial security, and completely transforming your relationship with money. What else? Ups and downs. Just like, there was a Ferris wheel on the Wheel of Fortune card. Well, now you have ups and downs with another Ferris wheel. So while things may feel uncertain, the situation is still fluid and changing, leaving room for adjustments and potential shifts in the outcome. Like I said, you might have felt passed over on something. I don't know. It's up to you if you want to close that off completely, though, right? Ten of Swords, right? Okay, so then there's still room for things to evolve. Remember that. There is still room for things to evolve. And then you have closed off. She's like, This could be being closed off to new ideas, collaborations, or information, creating barriers to potential opportunities or partners, and hindering growth. Aim to embrace a more open mindset. This is so interesting because that's definitely the flavor of this reading. This is like, it's definitely the energy of this reading, because I feel as though there is this like clarity that's coming in, but then it could feel a little foggy again. I think it's the eclipse energy, really. So just, getting quiet, getting clear, connecting with nature in your own little sanctuary in some way. Some people, your sanctuary is your car, or you're like the local park. It could be really anywhere, just your inner sanctuary, right? And just like it says, be open. There is this energy of wanting to, it's like an energy of like retreating for solitude, but also be open to collaborations, opportunities, other thing, people in general. Like I said, I hardly ever say this in a reading, like people need people. I said something to that effect earlier in the reading. So there's even more and more going to be this desire for authentic, real human connections. I think more value is going to be placed on it as new technologies emerge. And we could be seeing some new technological breakthroughs. I mean, we always are, right? But I think, the energy right now really supports that. Let's see, how can we stay? So that could be your potential barrier, all right? One of them, right? Let us see. How do we stay high vibing? High vibing this week. A little bit of homework from the schoolhouse. A new focus. So if you're unhappy in your job, in your relationship, or with your body, find something about it that does make you happy. For example, I really like the filtered water at work. Or it makes me happy that my partner takes out the trash. Or it's so great that my legs can carry me around town. When you focus on things you like, your body's response changes. The situation might not be different, but your perspective will be, and you will feel better. I'm not saying live a life of swimming in denial. That's not what I'm saying here. I mean, I don't think that's what the card's saying, but it's something like, there are some, sometimes our perspective can be changing, perspective can be a good thing. And that is definitely coming through in the reading. It feels as though you're getting a more positive spin on something that maybe you have had a hard time with. Something feels more manageable. Like I said, this thing that has been overwhelming you, suddenly it feels as though, not suddenly, because you've been working on it for a while, probably it's been there for a while, but there's new um, confidence and clarity and positivity that stems from something that really seemed like such a barrier. Like this barrier now feels uh, like you can banish it. You can bust through it. And pause. Hesitate before speaking. Is the next thing you're about to say helpful? Will it lower or raise your vibration? That's something I feel like a lot of us we're working on. And let's get your crystal card of the week. If you do like these readings, they're every Sunday at 10 a.m. And then I also post Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. And that's Eastern Standard Time, New York time. All right. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have? Crystal of the week. Citrine, bring in the light. Citrine's a good stone for business too. And labradorite, see the magic. I actually love these two. These two are great. Two of my favorite. Golden healer quartz, open the door. You're getting this. So really, yes, open the door for this new perspective, person, opportunity, adjustments though, right? You may need to adjust something here. You're opening the door to something that's going to be a good fit. It feels like a much better fit. Tiger's eye, overcoming fears. Yeah, sometimes it's not so easy to open the door, but I feel you can do it. And notice you have like sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra kind of energies here with all these stones. The mostly yellow, but somewhat golden too. Excuse me, which I see as a difference. I don't see yellow and gold as the same. I mean, yeah, maybe gold is a derivative of yellow, but why am I losing my voice now? Anyway, sorry about that. And let's get you some future higher self messages. What would your future higher self like to tell you? Don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. I'm getting something about tennis right now. I just heard Wimbledon, so there's that. And a detour is available to you right now that can be a benefit. There it is. That's it. That's it. I think that could even, yeah, something along those lines is like the main focus here. And this is reminding me of a snake. This is all for your overall growth, right? 10 of Pentacles. We're not looking at little pentacles. We're looking at the big 10 of Pentacles here. The 10 of Cups, that ultimate fulfillment, happiness, wishes coming true. That's the detour. A detour leads to a wish come true. It could be leading you to your dream life, your dream partner, your dream job. A detour is actually a gift from the universe. You're heading in the right direction. Even though it feels like maybe you're not, you are. You will be blessed with more than you could ever imagine. Ta-da! What I tell you. There it is. And let's get you your angel numbers. You already had 222 and 10, 10, 10, 10. So, all right. Oh my goodness, 888. Well, going along with you will be blessed with more than you could imagine. Here they are. Libra, you will be blessed with more than you could ever imagine. 888. Open the door for this opportunity, for this blessing, for this newness, for this success, victory. This is a sign of abundance with 888. You will have great success coming your way. It's already on the way. I think for some of you, you've been feeling it even. Let's get you some animal healing cards. If you want to get attention in some way, I think you're in a good place to do it right now. I am hearing that. Like you're able to captivate, and people may be more interested in you. You might even be getting more compliments. And also it seems as though you stand out as far, like in a good way. Okay. As if you're, applying for something, it's like you're kind of magnetic right now is what it feels like. So that's good. Right. And then we have Raven, card 33, preference, throat chakra. I guess it's good if that's what you want. Right. So anyway, yes, preference. And this is speak your truth, manifest your desires into reality by using words that match your intention. Words are magic. And let's shuffle that again on camera so you can see it. And Stag, source, card 48. I'm getting grandfather energy, by the way. Crown chakra. Remember your true source. Let go of your belief in scarcity. Infinite abundance is available to you now. Wow. Now you're getting abundance again. And it keeps the cards are yellow and gold, right? You had that with the crystals. Now you have it with the animals. Connecting to what's real, connecting to your natural abilities. It's going to help you shine and stand out. It's actually a good thing. Owl generator, third eye chakra, card 37. What are you seeing in your mind's eye? Whatever you can imagine, you can create. Use the power of your inner vision wisely. We'll get one more. And it's Kingfisher, quantum mechanics, card 6. Earth star chakra, a little bit below your feet. It's time for a quantum leap. Let go of fear and don't hesitate for too long when a golden opportunity presents itself. Seriously, just said again, yellow and gold. There's a golden opportunity here for you. That's what's coming in. That's why something else didn't work out. That's why you have a detour. The detour leads to like a bliss, a time of bliss, a golden opportunity. It's right there. Now, I did do your career, fortune, money reading, and that posted August 12th. So you may want to give that a look over. And your last reading was new moon energy. So yeah, new moon in Virgo, which we just had yesterday. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful, and feel free again, become a member, drop a like, leave a nice comment. I read all of the comments, even if I can't always write. I generally do, but sometimes I go through busy things too, like everyone else. So just know that I am reading them. I appreciate your comments and you being here. So thank you so much for spending this time with me.